I'm Nathan, and this is my 1-year-old Labrador, Reggie. 2 years ago, my wife and I found our dream home perched on the eastern edge of a valley, and we were fortunate to acquire with all the land between the house and the river that flows through the center of the valley. I am delighted with this land and the simple way of life it encourages. Come along with us as we continue to get to know the property and enjoy the adventures that await. Hello everyone, welcome back to the valley. This video is mostly about a woodshed. We heat our home with wood, and we've been stacking our firewood on pallets by the driveway, but we've found that no matter how many bungee cords you strap onto a tarp, winter winds will find a way to rip the tarp off and encase our heat source in snow and ice. So it's time for walls and a proper roof. I wasn't going to start on this until later in the season, but my sister and her family were coming for a visit, and my brother-in-law, who's been working in construction since he was 16, said he wanted to help with a project. Now, I'm okay with simple freestanding structures like a shelf or a workbench, but making a permanent foundation, both square and level, on a sloped site below the frost line was going to be much trickier. So I asked Josh if he could help me at least get started on the bones of a proper woodshed. Before they arrived, though, I needed to dig some holes. Oh, and I'll show off the summer garden at the end of the video, too. That was dumb. All right, Reggie, dig. Reggie, out, out. Good boy. No, back, back. Okay, dig. Okay, get that root out while you're at it. Right there. Yeah, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. All right, let's build a woodshed. This one's, oh, I see you loosened it. Oh wait, on this side? Outside or inside?
Let's go inside. You know what? Let's go another foot lower. Just because.
Poke a hole in that foundation.
Yeah. Okay.
And
then this way we're gonna.
Oh, I see. So now we're going that
so now
way.
This is close to the bottom of the stake as possible is gonna help us. Okay. We level this one here. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Here, we'll start talking.
So I'm just lifting this up.
So we'll just lift like that. This 2x4, you can lift by this, or by whatever, and then just try to go your way a little bit. Okay? That's probably half an inch, about. Oh, hold on. Not too much. We are 124.58.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Try to use a smaller piece.
I help?
Here.
Yeah. Can you find a board like Evelyn's? Or do you want to help shovel?
How is that?
Can you grab a shovel?
Shovel?
Start
And
filling in that hole? Yeah.
and filling the hole. Filling the hole? Yeah, and then I'm making sure it's full.
Going or not really? I think if that goes in, it'll let it loosen up. You do about a foot at a time, I would say, and then pack it in.
Okay.
The top doesn't even have to be centered.
All right.
Like, for putting concrete in, it's actually easier to have one side bigger, but from a...
Oh, I see what you're saying. To pour it, yeah. All right.
Beck, I got another one you can stomp in.
Yay! I'm not saying which one though. Okay, I'm ready.
How high we're going, we might as well almost fill them up. Oh, sticking out a little bit.
You're gonna wheel it back to the door for me? No. You're going in the right way.
Yeah, add some water.
On the phone with the fairy. I haven't done anything. You have.
Okay, well, we can use this one. That's that, that.
It's not done yet.
So the thing is, you don't want too much water, right?
Is this good? Just start mixing it around.
Have you guys ever made pancake batter? I think it's like that. You.
Over there to mix it in with the water.
There you go. Good job, Becca.
Sure. Okay. Then come in the trailer. I'll be back in the show. Coming up.
I spilled this one a bit.
Like, where do I go? So you like concrete?
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
it's
look
just
at the top of your
satisfying.
hole. That looks so nice.
I thought it looked horrible and messy, but thank you.
Like, after it shakes out.
Now the addendums start. Well, yeah. Well, yeah.
Oh no, like it looks flat. Like that's you need quite a bit more in that hole.
Yeah. Like a lot.
I'm almost done at the top of this one. So.
Oh shoot. Where do you think you're going?
You have enough there?
Maybe.
Out of this hole for you then.
Just barely. Yeah, we're just finishing up this bit, and I think that's it.
Sun's peeking out.
You're using
This
a
works
tyke
amazing.
A tyke toy.
Yeah,
This is actually the best tool for it.
I use them at so many home projects. I'm glad we brought it for this trip. So.
I guess it's like with baking, those like flexible plastic spatulas.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
that would
I like
Look at
concrete.
this finishing job.
Yeah.
And
Look at that.
we got like 6 bags of it that we could mix with all that pile of rocks, and we could make a nook shook or a giant
I was
fire
gonna
pit.
say you're gonna become that person like, what can I call?
What can I?
You overhanging a little bit. Yeah. Like that's probably good.
I'm overhanging by my name.
Get your way in touch if you want. Yeah. Bring it.
Let's go. I think Reggie's stymied. Come on, bud. Come here. No matter which way he turns. Is this one wide enough? Come on. Oh, Jazz. So I've finished cutting a notch, a bird's mouth into all the rafters, and now I'm just doing a dry fit, which means I'm just laying them up here. I'm not nailing them down yet. I just want to make sure that things are looking the way that I thought they would. Off about a 1/8 of an inch there, maybe a 1/4 inch. But I don't know, I think that looks right. So we're getting somewhere. Did you find a tree in the river, Reggie? You gonna get it out? Reggie, you can't bring this stick back to the house though. All right. It's hot. It's been really hot recently. I even skipped the heat of the day today before I came outside to do any kind of work on anything. But I want to keep going on the roof here, get the rest of the rafters up. But I can tell it's still going to be a bit of a doozy heat-wise. But yeah, we'll get them up. I was happy enough with the dry fit. Not all of my cuts were perfect, but I think we'll do the trick well enough to hold up a few feet of frozen snow once the time comes. The first nail is always the trickiest because when you're toe nailing, it kind of shimmies it across. So I kind of just hate having to redo them because ripping out nails chews up the planks. So just try and get as close as I can to the line. Oh, no. Don't bend on me. Okay, there we are. They're all on, hammered in. Spacing's all right. One or two of them might be off by a 1/4 inch, but I think that'll be fine. That second last rafter here is kind of twisted. I think that might have been the one on top of the pile, so I think the heat might have just made it warp a bit. But once everything's hammered on top, I'm sure it'll be fine. So yeah, now we'll get the 2x4s running horizontally across. That'll be the platform that I put the roof on. I'm just thinking a steel roof. And then we'll do some supports off the main beams. And then I'll figure out what I'm going to do for the siding, because I haven't really decided what I'm going to do with that. Maybe just some offcuts from a mill somewhere, keep it nice and rough looking, and then just treat it with something. But yeah, I think working in the evening is going to be the way going forward from now on. So the start was still hot, but it trailed off towards the end. And man, I know it's been hot everywhere, so everyone knows, but geez, hasn't it been hot? There's nothing really more to say there, but yeah. The river's getting really low again too. I'm worried it's going to disappear again like it did last summer. Fingers crossed. So just putting some of these added supports up, and as I was slotting them in, I realized so the center post here twists ever so slightly towards the top here. I think it was just, again, I think it just got warped in the heat, but that meant that there was, when I slotted these 2x4s in here, there was a teeny tiny gap, and I didn't want to just cinch that in with the nails, so I just created these little shims, spacers, whatever you want to call them, nailed them in place. Doesn't look as good, but it's more solid this way. And this is that second last rafter where it's like kind of twisted a bit for its length. So with this support, I got it nailed in the top here, and I'm gonna see if I can't just kind of cinch this over a bit this way to make the one on top a bit straighter. So I just put in a temporary nail, and now I just use one of these clamps. And I should be able to budge the bottom over, which should make the top. There we go. Like that. A bit more. That looks pretty good. So I had to turn off the camera and put it inside for a bit just because I got an overheat warning on it. I think we have a thunderstorm rolling in though, that'll be nice. But yeah, I've been using this trick a lot where I put one temporary nail off to the side at the bottom of the support and then just use this to just kind of cinch it into shape. It's been working really well. I've been using it on almost every one. I wish I'd done that at the start, but I guess sometimes you learn lessons when you're halfway through a project. But now I know. All right. Let's feel the rain, come on. Of course, the rain comes with only one more to do. But no, I think we'll enjoy this a little bit. Oh, crap. Just realized I left a power tool out in the rain. That's no good. I don't think I need to water the garden today. Woo! We got rain, we got rain, we got rain. We got rain, we got rain, we got rain. We got lots of rain, we needed lots of rain. We all needed this, and the river needed this too. Soak it up. Soak it up. Reggie, this way. Come on, Reggie. Come on. Yeah. So that's all I can really do until I buy the roofing and the siding, because the next step is to lay some stringers horizontally across these rafters so that I can nail the steel roofing down onto that, but I'm not sure of the spacing yet, so I'd rather just buy the roof first, then put that down. But yeah, I mean, pretty happy with how it's coming out. Obviously had some expert help at the start that gave me the confidence to know I was starting out right. So yeah, it feels good to have this going up. I wasn't planning to do this until later on in the year, but when you get someone who knows what they're doing offering to lend you a hand, you take them up on it. Reggie just ran off with a little piece of 2x4. Reggie, what you got? Yeah, you can have fun with that. That can be your new stick. Good boy. Because yeah, the amount of mornings during the winter, last winter, where I come outside and just realize that half of my wood pile is encased in ice and that I'd have to split it apart again and and thaw it out before I could do anything with it. And then yeah, like I said before, the previous homeowner kept all of their wood in the basement. They would just pop open one of these windows and just pile it all in there. And that's what we did our first winter, but we had bugs galore. in the house when we did that, and I think it's just all the bug eggs and all the living bugs that would have come in with the firewood. So we didn't do that last winter, and we had way less insects inside of the house. So I definitely want to keep the wood outside, but I'm sick of tarps. So that's why we're going with a roof with some breathable walls. Reggie's crying again because he wants me to keep throwing his 2x4. You live the best life that could be afforded to a Labrador. What do you have to cry about all the time, buddy? You're spoiled. Got a constant thrower at your whine and call. Yeah. I kept changing my mind when the best time to do the garden update would be while filming this video. Just because it was while filming this video that everything just like really set in. Initially, I was really concerned that I put the river topsoil too deep because at the start, once we had everything planted, the rototilled beds actually started growing faster at the start than these ones did. But I think that's just because with those ones, I just dumped the fertilizer basically right on top and just mixed it in as well as I could. Whereas with these deep beds here, once the plants reach a certain size, which happened a couple weeks ago, and I think it's just that the roots finally reached that river muck, they just then exploded out of the ground and became monsters. This zucchini has like quadrupled in size, and it seems like a week and a half. And yeah, the fence is just rebar, which I got from my old work, and then some 4-foot tall wire mesh fencing I just got from a farming supply store. And the fence is honestly just about keeping this guy out of the garden, because he can't help himself. When he sees disturbed dirt, he wants to disturb it more. But yeah, other than my dog, this won't keep anything else out, because I mean, porcupines can climb, rabbits can get under it no problem, because I didn't bury the bottom edge of the fence in the ground, and there's lots of dips and stuff like here. And 4-foot tall isn't nearly tall enough to keep deer out. You need to build like an 8-foot fence for them, because they can jump real high. So this fence is honestly just just a dog deterrent. So most things in the garden are doing quite well, but nothing is doing as well as these pumpkin plants. They're wicked. They're so cool. They just keep growing, and they have these little like vine tentacle things that just lash out at any support, and they just creep along the ground with them or up any kind of obstacle. I don't know. It's been cool to kind of watch them do this. No pumpkins yet, unfortunately. Oh wait, hold on. That looks kind of bulbous. Maybe that'll become a pumpkin. Well, the plants themselves are looking quite large. I'm not sure when they're supposed to start growing gourds, but I hope it's soon. The cantaloupe didn't grow quite as fast. I'm not sure if it's going to do anything. It only actually kind of started doing something in the last week and a half or so. Zucchini doing all kinds of things. Got our first nice looking zucchini there. Broccoli's getting big. They've not started heads yet. I'm not sure when that's meant to happen. We put in carrots very late, but we put I think 2 or 3 rows of carrots here. Still waiting to see if that's going to do anything, but we did put them in really late. At the end of the bed here, we got a teeny tiny blueberry bush that we're hoping is going to really establish itself. Blackberry bush at the end of this bed, and then a raspberry bush in the middle of that bed. Got some leeks. We grew these from seed. This broccoli we grew from seed. About half of these tomato plants we grew from seed. All of this broccoli we grew from seed as well. Oh, we got some heads. We got some broccoli heads. We eat lots of broccoli, so we planted lots. These are the onions. Grew these from seed as well. The kale and the lettuce we bought and put in. This hasn't done too much. I think it will get large enough to eat, but just the rate it's grown has been completely stunted when compared to things like the broccoli or the tomatoes or the cucumbers. Haven't even showed you guys the cucumbers yet. These are basil and chives. My wife grew these ones from seed, just in a clear plastic Tupperware. Beef tomatoes. It's a tiny plant, but it's growing the biggest tomato out of all the plants. These are my cherry tomato plants. These ones are just for me. I honestly just eat them straight off the vine. I just eat them like grapes. Got pepper. We grew this from seed too. Oh, look at that tiny little. I think that's a sweet pepper. Oh, we'll find out. Here's our potatoes. This to me is fascinating because I did not do anything to this ground at all. I just ripped out the bed that was in there. I didn't put any river topsoil, any fertilizer of any kind in this. I just mixed it all up with the pick, and then just planted potatoes in the ground, and they're doing great. It's not hard to understand why they were a staple in so many cultures. Out of everything that we've planted, though, in the garden, the thing that's been most surprising, or rather the thing that's been just the most prolific, has been the cucumbers. I definitely probably should have spaced them further apart, maybe given them something to climb, but they've just flourished. It's been ridiculous. I'll show you. So we've actually already harvested a bunch. I've been eating cucumbers with hummus nonstop, but got more there. Oh, look at that monster next to my hand. Look at that. Another one there. Another giant one there. Yeah, no, this is oh my goodness, there's so many. I'm probably gonna have to pick more of these. We still got 5 sitting on our kitchen counter. We've been finding ways to work cucumber into every single meal that we've had recently. And I'm gonna dump another whole bunch on top of that. Yeah, okay. Let's do a quick little harvest here. Reggie, look at the size of that. Isn't that huge? Oops. Gardening's cool. Food just comes out of the dirt. But yeah, it feels good. Not just thinking about the work I put in, but just it feels good just being out here and doing it. There's something about shoving your hands into the ground and coming out with vegetables. That tickle's a part of the human experience. Not everyone tickles. But yeah, when I think back to this early spring, just cutting down those pine trees, dragging them up here, getting the bark off, laying things out. And I just remember sitting here just thinking, just visualizing, imagining what it was probably going to look like. And this is about what I pictured. I'm really pleased. My wife is really happy with it too. We've had a lot of nice evenings out here together, just commenting on how things are growing and just watering things and discussing what we want to do next year, even though this year is barely halfway through. So yeah, that's our garden. So yeah, Reggie for now is not allowed in the garden. We'll see when he's older. Maybe he'll calm down a bit. But just because we have a fence up doesn't mean that Reggie and I don't have fun when I'm in the garden, because he's developed a certain love for the garden hose. And he just runs back and forth outside the fence waiting for us to shoot a jet of water, or we just chuck all the weeds over the fence too, and he just goes nuts doing backflips trying to get at him. And then it cools him down. So yeah, just because there's a fence, it doesn't mean that Reggie doesn't get to join in the joys of the garden. This has become a daily game. Whenever I go in the garden, he just starts running laps around the fence looking at the hose. So that was the woodshed, this was the garden, and I think I'll call the video here. I'm not sure what the next one will be about, or even when I'll make it the next one, just because I think I want to center these videos just around key projects that I'm doing. Right now the winter feels pretty far away, so I got time to really think out the roof and the siding, so I don't really feel a pressing need to just plow ahead on that. I think I'll just have a think about it and come back to it, because yeah, I only need the roof there for once the fall sets in, really. Throughout shooting this video, I've also just been gutting the garage. It's just been full of just junk. I didn't really film that because it's literally just me just hauling junk into my garage, into my truck, and then driving it to the dump, and then just coming back for another load. But yeah, I might do something with that space because it's just a whole new big empty building now with nothing in it that I can do something with. And yet another project I think I do want to have in place before next spring is a little wooden greenhouse right here on the flat part, and then that way you can just walk out of the greenhouse straight up into the garden. And I think I want that in place before the spring hits so that we can start our seeds nice and early next year and then get a head start on the garden instead of a late start. So maybe that'll be my next thing. I'll start having to think. Probably don't need to go in the ground. I can just do a floating foundation for this because it's nice and flat. Ideas are spinning. Ideas are spinning. This is always how it goes. I just distract myself with an exciting new project. But yeah, I'll call it there. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Reggie and I are going to go cool off somehow. Take care, everyone.